Mahaganapatin Manasa Smarami Mahadeva Mudam Shirasa Namami Mahaganapatin Manasa Smarami. A group of people, and the religious leaders, world religious leaders, and the World Council of Religious Leaders, and then we had a meeting in Jerusalem. And we met the Palestinians. We thought that we were doing something good. And we met the Palestinians, there was a lot of talking, and then the Palestinians in a hotel in Jerusalem, in a hotel, openly, the Palestinian leader was shouting. And he was very, very vindictive. Of the Israeli government, about the Israeli government, he didn't spare anything. Went on talking. He was in Jerusalem. They had so much freedom to talk. And the Palestinian leaders were all there. And I thought that this is not the assembly to talk. I didn't talk. I kept silent. This is the place where you keep quiet better. And then I had another Swami, one Hindu Swami, one more Swami, 2 or 3 people, Hindu leaders were. Then another Swami was there. Then he got up and then he said, we have another way of resolving problems. That is the Gandhian way. And that is ahimsa. The wrong place to say the word. Ahimsa. And the fellow, the one who was talking, he got up. Then he said, it may be good for you, not for us. We don't believe ahimsa, okay? Palestinians, keep quiet. Don't talk if you want to survive. It's a problem. He says we don't believe in ahimsa. That is indoctrination. If you don't allow yourself to be ruled by an indoctrinated concept or a doctrine which is superimposed upon you, you are aware of ahimsa. Even in his talking, there is a pleading of so themselves you want to be free. We want to have this and all that. There is a value. But you don't respect the universal value. That's a different thing. That's a theological problem. That's why the theology has to be reinterpreted. It has to be reinterpreted. Respecting the universal values. One universal value is ahimsa. Without being taught, it is known that I don't want to get hurt and you don't want to get hurt, including Palestinian knows that. I don't want to get hurt, you don't want to get hurt. Nobody can plead ignorance of this. This is universal. Universal means untaught you have the knowledge. That means knowledge is always of a thing that exists. Knowledge is always of what is. So this knowledge of that I don't want to get hurt, others also don't want to get hurt. So that is an order which exists, which we know exists in the human psyche. It has to exist in a human being. It's a mechanism to deter. Any impulse is there to hurt another person. So it will say, no, don't do it. That's a human freedom. Doing it, whatever one feels, is animal freedom. Donkey feels like kicking, he will kick. He's not going to meditate and then kick. Should I meditate, kick this fellow or not? There is no premeditated donkey kicking. Donkey feels like kicking, he will kick. You feel like kicking, you need not. You feel like shouting, you need not. You need like you feel like slapping, you need not. You feel like talking, you need not. You feel like gossiping, you need not. Human freedom is freedom over action, is not freedom of action. Ahimsa is the basic value. Only one. Not hurting. I don't want to get hurt. Others also don't want to get hurt, and therefore my action. What is your action? Kayena. Physical action, vacha, verbal action, and manasa. My vibes. Vibal action. You know? Vibal action. Verbal and vibal. All these actions coming from me, I make sure are not hurtful. Therefore, if they are going to be hurtful, I don't do it. It's important. If it is hurtful, we can avoid it. Therefore, one value, ahimsa, is known to me, is made known to me. It is knowledge of what is. Through this value, all other values are derived, natural, because if somebody cheats somebody, and the cheated person is very happy. Hey, Swamiji, I got cheated yesterday. So the cheated fellow is hurt. The person whom you like to is also hurt. The person who is robbed is hurt. Therefore, this one value accounts for all other values. Ahimsa paramo dharma. What a beauty. This is how Bhagavan is working. He doesn't require another fellow to come and say, I created the world, I didn't tell anything, I didn't tell them how to behave and what to do, and therefore let me send. And so Lakshmi told him, நீ என்ன கிரியேஷன் பண்ணிருக்கீங்க? What kind of creation you have done? And you have not told them what is to be done, what is not to be done. Everybody is doing whatever they feel like doing. And so they hurt each other. And therefore, why don't you do something, send somebody, and then tell them. Then, okay, Lakshmi. So I will send. So, because he listened to Lakshmi. And then afterwards, as a husband should. And he sent a person here to tell, do this and don't do this. So that means that even the Creator is not all knowledge. He is also forgetful. He is like us only. He is forgetful and he has got our omissions and commissions and later makes up and then like you write, you just write and then strike it out and then you rewrite and then different and then no, not this and this. So this is all what we do. And he also did the same thing. Then he is not the Lord. Lord means, Ishvara means all knowledge. Almighty, otherwise apna uncle ho jayega. Therefore, it is the organism is given the freedom. The consciousness is uninhibited. Freedom is given. Along with that should be given this knowledge also. Knowledge is sakarmakam jnanam. It's a little technical. Sakarmakam jnanam. The word know, the infinitive, know to know, is transitive. So transitive means it has an object. I know. What do you know? I can ask a question, what do you know? I know this, I know that. Therefore, no is a transitive verb. An intransitive verb is one which has no object. I sit. You can't ask a question, what do you sit? I stand. What do I stand? You cannot say. I eat. You can ask, what do you eat? That is transitive. Because it has an object. You don't eat yourself. And therefore it is an object. It is transitive. I eat. I sing. What do you sing? So it is all transitive. But I sleep. You can't ask the question, what do you sleep? I know. You can ask a question, what do you know? Transitive. There should be an object. These are all very important things to know. That I know. What do you know? That I should not get hurt, and others also do not want to get hurt. I know this. So that means you know of an order that exists. Do you know what? An order. What is that order? You give me a word, one single word. Dharma. That which is the basis for your relating to the world, your interacting with the world. Wow. The world includes plants and trees. World includes minerals, environment, everything. Animals, human beings, all. Dharma. The Buddhists call it Dhamma. It is Dharma. The Buddha took it as the basis of a human behavior. I mean, as something he highlighted. It's nothing new. Dharma. So, for us, Dharma is not a mandate of God. That is why they can say this is God's mandate. And therefore I can kill you because once you know you don't want to become I told you the story. That person was here. The one who was threatened like that. Therefore, what I say, Dharma is not a mandate of God. Dharma is a manifestation of God. In the human mind, it exists as a mechanism to govern one's choices, because you are given the choice. So what I do doesn't hurt others. Others also are human beings, and then what they do, and then they should follow the same thing. The order is the same. Dharma for me, dharma for you. It doesn't differ. Therefore, we don't hurt each other. Animals are already programmed. And therefore you know them, you study them, you understand them, and you behave properly towards them. You don't go to the forest and then you meet a tiger and then you say, "Aa jao, aa jao." So you look so beautiful, you look so beautiful. Wow, wow, you are wonderful. Aa jao, aa jao. Aa jao, aa jao. You don't do it. When you go to somebody's house, a cat comes and then you just stroke the head of the cat and then you do this and you do that. You can't do it to the tiger. It's also a cat, you know. You don't do that. And that too in a jungle. You don't do that only with a special person, you know. A special person. There are special persons. They can do everything. A special person. But they we know their behavior and therefore we know how to relate to them. They are not bad animals, they are not good animals. They have their own programming and they will behave according to that. You learn how to live with them, how to protect yourself without harming them. We are very understanding. With animals, we are very understanding. With other human beings, wow, we are not understanding. We are not that understanding. Why? We expect them to behave differently. And they also expect you to be a little different. And therefore we expect each other different things and then we can hurt each other also. That's what we are going to discuss. And therefore, Dharma is an order, solid order, which we all sense is a manifestation of Ishvara. If everything else is Ishvara, the physical order is Ishvara, the biological order is Ishvara. Order. What do you study in biology? What do you study in physics? And what do you study in human psychology, physiology? And Dharma also is Ishvara, that order. It's an order because it's common to all. Therefore, the Veda confirms this common value. And common value-based value structure. Ahimsa based all other values. Common value-based, ahimsa-based value structure called Dharma. Veda confirms it and talks about, based upon this Dharma, what do we call karma? Now the word karma is a special word really is a technical word. It is a word that is, we are using it. And that, what is that karma? We will see when we come back. Mahaganapatin manasa smarami Mahadeva mudam shirasa namami Mahaganapatin manasa smarami